Okay, we have a couple of equations here to solve, one exponential, one logarithmic, and let's solve for x. And actually, let's solve for x a couple of different ways. I just want to accentuate the fact that there's usually, almost always, more than one way to do things. So I don't want to imply that my way is the right way or the only way. So let's look at a couple of different ways we could solve these problems. Okay, so for part A, 3 to the x equals 1 over 81. Well, let's see. We can write 81 as a power of 3. So we could say 3 to the x equals 1 over 3 to the fourth power. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81. And we could also write 3 to the x equals, well, 1 over 3 to the fourth is the same as 3 to the negative fourth. And if 3 to the x is equal to 3 to the negative 4, that means x must equal negative 4. So if 3 to this equals 3 to that, so then this must equal that. Okay, so x is equal to negative 4. What else could we have done? Well, we have the base of our exponential function is 3, so we can start off by taking the log base 3 of both sides. So we could say, so this is an alternate solution. The log base 3 of 3 to the x equals the log base 3 of 1 over 81. And the log base 3 and the exponential function base 3 are inverses of each other. So the log base 3 of 3 to the x equals x. And we know that 81 is 3 to the power negative 4. And property of logarithms allows us to take that negative 4 exponent out front. So that gives us x equals negative 4 times the log base 3 of 3, and the log base 3 of 3 is equal to 1. So that gives us negative 4 times 1, or negative 4. Okay, those are just a couple ways of solving that problem. Now, for B, what could we do? Let's start off with applying the definition of the logarithm. Now remember, we define the logarithm implicitly in terms of a translation between exponential form and logarithmic form. And I'll never forget the way I learned it in the very beginning. The teacher used the method called the scorpion tail. And that scorpion tail method says 2 to the power of negative 4 equals x. Okay, so to convert this from logarithmic form to exponential form, using the scorpion tail method, we have 2 to the negative 4 power equals x. And 2 to the negative 4 is 1 over 2 to the 4. And 2 to the fourth power is 16. So we get x equals 1 over 16. Let's see. Can we think of another way of solving this problem? Let's use let's use the same method we used in the second attempt at part A. Here we have the log base 2, so let's use the exponential function with base 2. And we'll have a big 2 here and a big 2 here. So if log base 2 of x equals negative 4, then 2 to the power log base 2 of x equals 2 to the power of negative 4. Okay, the exponential function of base 2 and the logarithmic function of base 2 are inverses of each other. So we know they cancel out and we get x. And on the right hand side, we know 2 to the negative 4 is 1 over 16. So x is equal to 1 over 16. And that about does it. 2 methods for each problem. Can't guarantee these are the only 2 ways of solving it, but it's always good to know how to do things multiple ways.